Hello, everybody. Welcome to the What's Cookin' podcast. I'm your host, guest, special guest, and sex appeal of the show, Chef Tony. And welcome. How are you guys? Oh wait, yeah, you're in a screen. I can't hear you. I'm doing great. I have a headache, and I was like, it's 1 p.m. on a Saturday. I have nothing to do. We're doing a podcast, and also I want to do a podcast because I finally have my banner, and it looks awesome. If you guys remember the last three podcasts, I didn't have a banner. Now I do. I also haven't done a podcast in probably like 4 months. So yeah, I'm back now. But due to recent events in the technological world, the world of tech, I'm making this podcast because there's a bunch of cool stuff happening. And there's also still stupid arguments that I'm going to solve today. But let's start with the new current event shit. I don't know. This is like some sixth grade shit. Make a essay about current events because I'm doing a podcast on it. Anyway, the new iOS 16 is coming out soon. And to be honest, I'm actually excited for once. Because you can do things that we should have done like a million fucking years ago. We'll be able to edit and unsend iMessages, I don't say too much stupid stuff in texts. Usually I say it in calls, but in text, you can edit and unsend iMessages. I think it's like a specific time frame though, in like the first 10 minutes or some bullshit. But that'll be good because when I say just fucking anything, really, usually I spell it wrong or I just regret it. We'll also have a haptic keyboard, so whenever you type, you'll hear the little, which Androids have had that for like a decade. Finally, we have that. Live text and videos too. So if there's like text you want to copy in a video, you can pause it and copy it, which is kind of like, I've never had to think about that ever, but that's kind of cool. And in my opinion, the best one is you can cut out subjects out of photos and it erase the background in seconds. For example, if you have a picture of somebody and you're like, this background sucks ass, you can literally just like tap the phone or do some shit and it'll cut out the background. It'll just be the person or the subject of the photo. It's kind of cool. So I saw that and I'm excited for that. I also saw something which honestly made me kind of like, I don't know, confused. There's a new phone that came out and I saw like every tech YouTuber um review it. It's called the Nothing Phone. And the Nothing Phone basically is just, it looks like a iPhone except it doesn't have the designs of the iPhone. It has like the same structure, look, same camera look, and then there's just like lights on the back of it. I cannot describe the fucking thing, but the way people talked about it is basically just like one of those fucking phones. They're not special. It's just a phone, but I saw that and it reminded me, when I was looking at the specs of it, it reminded me of something. On the 13 Pro Max specifically, well, actually, just every iPhone, I don't get it with Apple because they have such specific specs for their phones. Makes no sense to me. But that's going to be a segue to our next thing, which is I'm resolving this argument, and because my opinion's the best, and it's gonna be iPhone versus Android. But when I mean Android, I just mean Samsung because nothing comes close to Samsung besides like, I don't know. Well, actually, yeah, there's nothing as good as a Samsung in the Android world. Like, the fuck's a Motorola at this point? There's only like a couple that are actually like good. There's the like Um, yeah, I don't fucking know. I like the Pixels, but to be honest, they're not the best. So, but I'm solving it. My opinion matters more than everyone else, and I'm tired of listening to this stupid shit about iPhone and Android, and I'm solving it myself because I don't like hearing it. For context, I work at a electronic sales and repair store, as it's called. It's just a fucking phone place. That's what I say. And every single time I just hear, well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna choose this one because the other one sucks. And I'm like, it's kind of objective or subjective. I mean, it depends. And they're like, no, this one sucks and the other one's better, or vice versa. Here's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say there's two things at first. One, fuck you if all you say is Samsung on paper is better. All right, get that out of the way. Why? Because one, technically you're right, but two, that doesn't mean shit. All right, let me tell you why. Battery. Let's do some battery. All right. The S22 Ultra has a 5,000 milliamp battery, and the 13 Pro Max has a 4,352 or whatever the specific number is milliamp battery. So technically, the S22 Ultra has a bigger battery, but in this context, bigger does not mean better. Because, well, I mean, it is good to have a big battery, but at the same time, if your chip in your fucking phone isn't power efficient, and then it's just gonna suck. So the 13 Pro Max actually has better battery life than S22 Ultra. So suck my ass. Camera, and this is why I say it's subjective. Because, well, all right. One, recording, iPhone is better. But with pictures, and the reason why I say iPhone's better is because of their ProRes like camera thing. I don't fucking know. But listen to this stat. So the S22 Ultra, the main camera has 4 cameras, right? The main one has a 108 megapixel camera. The iPhone 13 Pro Max has 12. But somehow they're both in the same league. Well, because I'm not a big camera guy, so it just sounds like, oh yeah, the S22 Ultra just sounds fucking way better. And then with the rear camera, S22 Ultra has 40 megapixels compared to the 13 Pro Max 12. Makes no sense to me, but the 13 Pro Max looks crazy. Then if you want to look at RAM, S22 Ultra has more, 8 gigs of RAM compared to the 6 on the 13 Pro Max. Now here, this is kind of like a little off topic. Fuck Apple and their lightning chargers. Here's the thing. I'm not really biased. I do use iPhone, but I do like Samsung. Fuck you, Apple, and their goddamn lightning chargers. Because here's the thing. S22 Ultra, on paper again, USB-C can charge 45 watts. 13 Pro Max, lightning, 27 watts. Kind of bullshit. So, and then screen, the pixel density on the S22 Ultra is better. But here's the thing. So on paper, S22 Ultra is quote unquote blowing the fucking thing out of the water. 13 Pro Max actually doesn't have like their ass being whooped. Except like charging. Fuck you, Apple, and your lightning. Switch to USB-C, and I think they are, and I'm so happy. Because I kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. It will just make it so much easier. And just to charge faster. Because I know they can do it. Because here's the thing. There's, what is it? The Xiaomi, 12 Pro. Which is, one of the fastest phones to charge it can charge 120 watts. What the fuck? And then, Lightning can go up to 27. But there's over here 120. Bullshit. Yeah, the Xiaomi 12 Pro can fully charge in 18 minutes or something. Which, off topic again, because that's just how we roll here. It's not going to hurt your battery as much as people say that, because the thing that hurts the battery is heat. But if they diverse the heat, like not into the battery, it's not gonna hurt it that much. That's the main thing that hurts batteries. Anyway, so yes, my main thing with the stupid Apple versus Android is it's subjective. But it all depends what you want. If you want to do recording, 13 Pro Max. You want to take a bunch of cool pictures, S22 Ultra. The screen's better on the S22 Ultra. Charge that faster. Yeah. But I think processing-wise, they're probably about the same. Price, though, which is also something that I need to talk about. If I hear one more person going, iPhone overcharges, shut up. S22 Ultra is more expensive. Okay. Also, buy used. I don't know. I've said this a million times on stream, and I'm saying it here so YouTube gets to hear it too. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you get a phone, buy it like used, like new, or refurbished, or something. You can go on Facebook Marketplace. Actually, I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily not advise Facebook Marketplace, but at the same time, you gotta make sure you're not an idiot, because I've seen people get scammed on Marketplace. People would come in and they're like, yeah, I got this off of Facebook for like $100. They said it was an 8 plus, and I'm like, that's a 6S plus. And then they're like, oh, well, it says it's iTunes locked, and I'm like, that means it's a brick. And they're like, oh, well, that sucks. And I'm like, yeah, God. So make sure you actually know what you're doing. But if you find good deals, which you can, get them. I don't know. I think paying for like a 13 Pro Max, it's like $1,100. S22 Ultra is like $1,200. I don't know, man. I wouldn't pay that much. And if, I don't know, because I'm just the type of person that wouldn't just buy the newest shit for no reason. Like, I would not, if you told me to pick between like a 3090 and a 3060, who do you think I am? I would get a 3060, and then I'd have the coolest, like, other $3,000 to play with price gouging and shit. But I don't know. Just, that's in my opinion. Buy used, because, and that's with like most things. I mean, don't buy like used condoms or anything, but like with tech, it really depends. Like with phones, I so tell people to do that because you can save so much money. Like, obviously, if they fucked up the phone, like with wear and tear, that's one thing. Check the battery health. If it's like 90%, that's going to last you a while. You don't need brand new. But that, I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased because I'm poor. But to wrap up, phones, it's subjective. Fuck you guys. And Apple, please switch to USB-C. On another note, with cool tech, electric cars, Elon Musk and his cool shit. Oh, perfect. Speaking of, fuck you. It was Elon Musk calling me. So I had to decline it. I'm currently doing a podcast. I didn't know if you knew that. Electric cars, that's so, that's controversial. I can understand why. Like, I mean, the way things are right now, especially with not every car is expensive, but electric cars are really expensive. They're like, what is it, like, fucking like $60,000 for like a base one, which sucks. But I googled it because I'm not actually smart. It says it cost, the average cost to fully charge a Tesla is $14. I don't know where you're doing that though. Like at a charging station or at your house. But it's like, it says like 25 cents per kilowatt, or I don't know. But it also says it takes 10 hours to fully charge one. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I personally don't have just 10 hours, but I also have $15. So that's kind of cool, but at the same time, ooh, all right, this is a question. $60,000 for one car and then $15 every time to fill it up, or $20,000 for a car and then the average price right now in the US for gas is like $4.50, which is like, what is that? Like probably like $60 every time to fill it up. Holy shit. Oh, that would add up so fast. But not to like 60,000. Maybe in a lifetime, but still, like, yeah, the way gas prices are, unless I bought a Tesla, I'm just gonna ride a bike. Or better yet, I will become a hippie and ride a unicycle everywhere I go. But, I mean, it's just sad to see, because I'm growing up in it. I'm growing up and I'm seeing every price is like shit. Like the average income or like medium income for a house is like, or not for a house, for a person is like $60,000. Then the average house cost is like $300,000. But I heard from somebody, well, when I say somebody, I just say fucking Google. Google's mostly where I get my shit from. The usual rule of thumb is that you can afford a mortgage 2 to 2.5 times your annual income. So if you make like $60,000, that's like $120,000 to $150,000 mortgage. But if the average house is $300,000, it's kind of hard to find one that's $150,000, which I call bullshit. So living here, America, sucks. Also, cars, we were just talking about those. For a Tesla, it's like $60,000, but if you get like a used one, I mean, shit, the market for cars is so weird. You can get one that works for like $2,000, but you can also get something that's worth $1 million. What the fuck? But then you'd have to pay for gas, and then, oh, this is also a great topic. Insurance. Guys, you know what's cool if you don't live in America? All right, I'm gonna sell it. This is, if you want to go to America, let me tell you guys something. So let's say you're alive, right? All right, that's perfect. But you get hurt. You need to spend some money on health insurance. Otherwise, you have to pay out of pocket for all your shit that you get hurt from. Well, since you're a living human being, you kind of need to be healthy. So, boom, health insurance. But do you know what that doesn't cover? Something that most humans have, and it's called teeth. So you also need dental insurance. But let's say you want a car so you can actually drive places. Oh, shit, you need car insurance too. Can't forget about that. If you have a family and like you want to live, but if you die, you can have life insurance. Not that most people even have that anyway. But what's another one? There's probably like hearing insurance that doesn't get covered by health insurance or some bullshit. Is there like eye insurance? Probably. What's another one? Probably insurance for your house if you break something, or there's also that disaster insurance. Some bullshit. So, my plan is to get the fuck out of here. To leave. I want to go to Norway, you know? Or just any country. Well, the problem is they don't accept us there. Well, they do, but it's really hard to get there. It's really hard to go over there as an American because it's just like, I don't know. I always heard all the processes for going to like Japan or Canada to get citizenship is just so hard because I don't think they want us there. Which makes sense because all the shit that happens here, oh God, they do not want this going over there. Also, just like in general, like, we're such a weird country. We pay insurance for everything. We have like probably like the worst carbon footprint. I mean, there's like China, but like still we're pretty fucking up there. I know politics is everywhere in the world, but like, dude, I'm gonna get this video's gonna get taken down. Politics, yeah, no. Also we have like so many like pew pew sticks. Like, it's crazy. but that's a whole nother topic that I won't get into. My main thing was everything is expensive and it sucks. But the cool thing about living here is there's a lot of tech. Which is, let me wrap back around to the phone thing. Well, not phones in general, technology. It's crazy. Technology's amazing. It's also expensive. Same with everything here. Dude, you know, why is it that, like, a mortgage or, like, rent for a house or an apartment can be, like, 1,000 or 2,000 a month? But there's things like Wi-Fi, cellular service, fucking all subscription services that probably they don't equal $1,000 a month, but they get up there. Because I've seen people that are fucking crazy. They have like the best phone bill, the best Wi-Fi, all the fucking Netflix, Hulu, goddamn, the Hub Premium. That shit costs money, man. Spotify Premium, all this tech shit, and well, I guess that's more like media stuff, but like, it gets expensive fast, dude, and it's sad. Also, we're not even talking about like things. You know, my computer, if I sold my computer, I could get a car. Not a good car. Like, maybe a working one. Maybe. I say maybe because who knows. But that's crazy that this thingy that I used to play Minecraft, that money could have been used on a vehicle. It could have been. But it wasn't. And that's why I ride a bike. I mean, alright. I've said it on stream, and I will always defend my my bike because it's a lot nicer for the environment. I don't really give a shit about the environment. It's because cars are expensive. And I like spending money on other things like technology. Like, I just bought a fucking Nintendo Switch. But I don't have any games on it because they're all $60. So it's either pay for a car or get some games on my Switch. And, you know, out of those two financial decisions, I know which one I'm choosing. But just thinking about how cool tech is. I think, like, I don't know. It's cool. It's cool as fuck. Like, phones now, you know, are more powerful than in 1969 when they went to the moon. Which that's already crazy. But, you know what's also kind of crazy? That I wish that Siri could just fucking work sometimes. I don't know. It's still in the, like, I don't know. Siri is just, it barely works for me. I don't know. I don't think my voice, is my voice that bad? Like, hey Siri. Oh, you listened, thank God. Alright. He usually ignores me. Alexa doesn't though. But it's just, is that on? Alexa, stop listening to me. That's another thing. They hear me. They're listening to me all the time. I don't like it. I don't know. All the tech stuff is cool, but I like to think about it sometimes. Just living without it. Holy fuck, would that be good or bad, you know? Imagine I didn't have to, like, look at my phone every 2 seconds. Well, that's the thing. I like to think about it. Just go into the mountains and just nothing. Just the only thing that I have are my hands, probably like an axe and like some food, and then probably like 3 days, and then I'll either go back home or like die of starvation because I don't know how to make a fire. But it's just cool to think about, you know? Imagine a world without tech, without Wi-Fi, without Reddit. Oh, the world would be so much nicer without Reddit. It's just, we're so deep in the hole now. We can't go without it. Like, my goal for like today is to not spend 4 hours on my phone. Which, to be honest, that's not bad. 4 hours. But like, dude, imagine like 20 years ago, no one had that shit. Which also, if you know what this is also off topic. You know what I fucking hate? I hate when someone goes, back in my day, I remember when this, and they're like 22 years old, and I'm like, dude, fuck off. Because I know I'm young, but they're like, dude, you don't even know what like this is, and they hold a fucking like VHS tape on them up, and I'm like, dude, I know what the fuck that is. I don't know. It's funny. I saw this viral TikTok and it was like this like 40-year-old or 50-year-old dude, and he's like, millennials don't even know what this thing is, and it's like cassette tape. Like, what the hell? You're not that. I mean, like, that's like somebody from like the 1940s holding up a fucking tube TV and being like, oh, these boomers don't even know what this is, and like, it's a fucking TV. We know what it is, just we don't use them because they're terrible. It's like someone holding a fucking like clock up, and they're like, you don't even know what that is, all you have is your Apple Watch. Like, can you tell time? And I'm like, yes, I can tell time, you fucker. I don't know. All the boomers and like the back in my day people, I just can't wait until... Well, I mean, I guess I'll turn into that person when I'm older, you know? I'll just be like, back in my day, we only had 3 cameras on our phones, now you have 15 of those fuckers. And then I'll be like, oh, well, it's something that I know is gonna change, and it's gonna be crazy to think about. Well, one thing I don't think is gonna change for a while is keyboards. They're gonna stay the same, but like, oh, TVs. I mean, TVs have already done so much. You know what's gonna be some bullshit? In 30 years, there's gonna be like 12K, or there's probably already 12K, like 20K. There's like 4K, 1080p. It's gonna be 12K, and I'm like, dude, that doesn't even fucking look different from 8K. All right, I remember when 8K was just coming out and 4K was the thing. They don't even look that fucking different. Same with the hertz. I don't care that there's a 360 hertz monitor. Our eyes probably can't even tell that shit apart, to be honest. But I don't know. It's gonna be weird to learn about, or to learn to accept that shit. Because someone definitely is gonna be like, oh, I need the new 12K TV. It's so much better than 8K. I'm like, no, the fuck it's not. You can't tell. And then the metaverse. Oh, dude. So many people hate the metaverse. It's hilarious. I mean, it's kind of like stupid, but I understand it. What I've heard is there's like, you put on your fucking headset, your VR headset, and you get to walk around in virtual stores. Like, imagine the virtual like Nike store, and you got to see all these cool shoes, and you can't steal them because they're in fucking the internet, and you use cryptocurrency to pay for it. It sounds fucking stupid, but if there's enough people to do that, I mean, probably work. Just like, I don't know, what's something that was stupid that became a thing because enough people got along with it? I know. Every fucking religion. Every single one. Just because enough people said, all right, it's fucking true. I think there's people in the sky. And that's why we get struck by lightning. Hopefully, my crops will grow because I asked the man in the sky to do that. I accept all of it. I'm fine with all of it. All I just don't like is just when someone just tells me it's true. You gotta believe me, man. Oh, this fucking dude in the sky. You put your hands together and you're like, please give me some good shit. And then he's like, all right, bet. And then you get good shit. I'm like, dude, that's cool, but like, I I don't know. I don't know. I'm fine with all of it. I don't care. Personally, I feel like the closest thing I am is like, because I'm not very religious at all. I'm spiritual, I guess. I know I guess, what is it? Buddhism? That's more of a philosophy, I guess. It's just to be like the best you can be and to not judge others, which everyone judges others. Let's be honest. Like, if I see somebody, like, and they're just like picking their nose, I'm like, dude. And then they eat it, I would, all right. But I guess with Buddhism, you're just like, everyone's the same. But like, I don't know. I feel like people that pick their nose and eat it is like on a lesser level. If they're above the age of like 15, I feel like, because I guess if you're an early teenager, maybe you just have some bad habits from youth. But if you're like in your mid 20s doing that shit, you need to get fucking punched in the face and reevaluate some stuff. But I don't know. I just find all of it kind of, kind of something. Kind of something. But I feel like this is a good ending point. Talking about punching people with boogers. But it's a very short podcast, 30 minutes. Not bad. Because I went through all the topics I want to talk about, mainly the tech stuff. I got through that in like 10 minutes. But, yeah. How fun. Thank you guys for watching. This was the What's Cooking podcast. If you liked it, like, subscribe. I don't have an OnlyFans, but I don't know. But yeah. I'll see y'all in the next one. Have an amazing day. Peace out.